everyone, welcome back to my Cinnamon Talkin. I know it's been a hot minute. Of course, I was trying to do a Cinnamon Talkin on the Death Note live action. I just couldn't do it. It was too rambly, but welcome to my channel. So, happy Valentine's Day. And I noticed it's a common thing. I like to try and do these on holidays. But it took me a hot minute to figure out a good topic to talk about, but I got a good topic to talk about. So I've been kind of going through like a Final Fantasy and like Mass Effect phase and stuff like that. And you want to know what makes me really love about it? Romance. I do like games because of the action and the fighting, especially when I was younger. I don't really know if I cared about romance too much, but I was trying to think of games that, have good romance plot points where you actually pick your love interest. So this is going to be like, I guess it's not really like a top 10 list because it's kind of a mess and stuff like that. So more or less I'm just talking about like games that kind of have like this cool feature in it. Like, I'm probably going to go over like where they kind of like, and some of it it's maybe not even as heavily. Got like a sticky note. So I'm going to have that there because I was trying to think of other games besides like Mass Effect and Harvest Moon that has that kind of feature. And I know there's probably more games than what's on this list. And I saw another one that kept reappearing was The Witcher 3, but I haven't played The Witcher 3 or the Witcher series yet. But hopefully they'll change soon and all that. Because I actually own Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, but it's on my Steam. I don't own Witcher 3. I kept deciding, like, should I get that on PlayStation? But I was told you can move your data over. And if that's a thing, I want to do that. Because that's what I did with my Mass Effect thing. So, I'm going to even talk about the people I chose to romance. But more or less it's just me talking about, like, games that, do this. And, like, so, yeah, I guess let's kind of get on this list. I'm going to kind of start off with some that I kind of thought romance is a little meek, or, like, I mean, is alright, I guess. So, apparently one that was like, and I had to look up things real quick because I was like, oh, there's got to be more than Stardew Valley and other stuff. But so The Sims, and if you think about it, it is one. It is for sure. Like, you create your own character, and either you can create a character to hook up your sim with someone, or you can romance whoever you want. Just basic one I wanted to just get out of the way. I guess another one that I kind of felt like that was kind of obvious to just kind of get out of the way is visual novels. Because most visual novels, I do believe that there are some visual novels where you don't really romance, but most visual novels, and if I go on the list, there are tons that deal with romance. So there's tons of otome games. I don't really know what they're called for guys, but I know for girls there's tons of female visual novel games where you can choose who your partner is. Like one game I really like is Hakuki. Hopefully I said that right. I feel like I always butcher that name really badly, but it's like really, I'd recommend that if you like samurai vampire-ish stuff, because it's the best way I can kind of describe it. It's not really about vampires, but the way they act is kind of vampiric. And then I played Amnesia. Amnesia's a really good one too. And then I actually own a PlayStation. I forgot what, I think it's called Code Relays. I want to play that one really badly. I kind of played a little bit of it, but I haven't finished it. I haven't really had a lot of time, because visual novels you have to sit there and read. It's not like the other games on this list. And then another one that I have on here, which it falls under the visual novel, is Dream Daddy, which I've played Dream Daddy too. That one's actually pretty good, and it has really good interaction with characters, and the romance is pretty nice. And I know I've been recommended some other stuff like Monster Prom, which I would like to play hopefully soon. But I also wanted to get that off the list because, like, I feel like visual novels can just be its own list altogether. Because there's so many. There's probably some that, like, I didn't even know exist. But, I guess with some of those romance options, well, Dream Daddy, it's been a hot minute since I've played it. And I only kind of played it once, and it was quickly, and it was on the mobile phone. I think I'd like to probably buy that on Steam because you had to, like, watch ads and stuff for that. So I'm thinking if I ever play Dream Daddy again, I'm probably gonna live stream it. And but honestly all the dads are pretty great. I think there might be one that I'm kind of like, oh, he seems alright, but they're interesting. I think I was romancing the coffee guy because I was like, oh, he seems so sweet and wholesome. And then with Hakuki, my favorite two people that I like to romance. Yes, there's two. is okay. There's Saito, which he's the strong silent type basically, and I like to romance him, and it's so wholesome. And then I romance like the other one's Okita, and he's a little bit more, a little hyper and rambunctious and stuff like that. But like I both really enjoy their characters and stuff. And honestly, those two are actually really good friends too. So like I like seeing their when they talk. A story might be Harada, but his is kind of short, but it's really sweet. Like he and his is really different too compared to like everybody's, and it's so sweet and so wholesome, and I love his story, and I think his story is probably like the best one. Like he has the best ending and everything, and I don't know if it's some of the characters in there too. Like honestly, I even think the main character, like the main one they want you to go after, which is Hijikata, um, he I think it's hard to get a bad ending, but like some of the others, it's a little bit easier to get a bad ending. And the first time I ever played a visual novel, I got a bad ending my first run, and I also had to start my save file all over again. So lovely. All right, so I'm past that. The next one I want to talk about is Life is Strange, which Life is Strange really isn't that romance heavy, but it does have like some stuff that you could do that is like romance, and like it's in all of them so far that I've played. Yeah, I think there's only Life is Strange Before the Storm, and Life is Strange 2. I know when I played Life is Strange, which I've been seeing comments about like how like I know with Max, I had her kiss Chloe, but just because she dared, and I'm like, fuck it, you said to dare, and you said I couldn't do it, I did it. So more or less it was that. I kind of didn't really ship Max and Chloe, me personally. Um, I shipped her more with Warren because I thought I liked him. People were saying he was weird and creepy and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, did I miss that he was? But I liked that he was nerdy and stuff like that. I didn't, um, so I wasn't. So I didn't really do that. But I did ship Rachel and Chloe. I for sure did. So Life is Strange Before the Storm, especially the way like how Chloe would talk about her in the first game. I thought that they dated. Like honestly, just the way she talks about like how Rachel is like her angel, and how much she means to her, and then like when she finds out that trying to remember his name, my brain went blank. It's been a hot minute since I've played it, but basically the drug dealer guy, like him and her kind of had like a fling. She got like so upset, and like she had or he had her bracelet, and that bracelet means like a lot to her. So like when she finds out, oh god, I thought I had his name for a second there, but I forgot it again. Dang it! I just know he was like, those are my beans. That's the only thing I can just remember that, because that's pretty meme worthy in all honesty, if you don't know what that is. But I definitely, but I know the one person, like if you play Life is Strange Before the Storm, there is a guy character, and that's where they were saying Warren was kind of acting like, I was like, oh, I hope not. I don't know, I might have to replay the first game again, but there's a guy character in Before the Storm, and he does act really weird and creepy and stuff, and I just wasn't all about that and stuff, but I hooked up Rachel and Chloe, and then, like, when I played Life is Strange 2, I can't talk, oh, that's so bad. The older brother, to be honest with you, if I could, I would have probably hooked them up with a childhood friend, if possible, because it seemed like she really did love and care about him a lot. But I kind of didn't end up doing that. I think you kind of, sort of, in a way, can, and it just depends on, like, what kind of choices you make. But I had him and Cassidy kind of hook up, and it was basically, Um, and I mean, like, it was kind of like the more direct romance option that was kind of easy. And they did seem to vibe with each other a lot because they meet each other, like, in town and she's playing on her guitar. And I'm like, oh, that's super romantic. And she kind of, like, lets him be himself and stuff like that. So, I definitely thought that romance option was kind of neat. So I had those two hook up. And then I think you can actually, in a way, I think you can hook him up with the God, what's his? I can't remember. I remember the girl's name. I said Cassidy. Or at least I hope that's her name. I guess I'm able to remember her easy because her hair's purple, so it's like it stands out. And I don't know, Cassidy's a pretty name, so I like the name Cassidy. So if hopefully that's her name. But God, was it Finn? I don't know if his name was Finn, but there was another guy. There was a guy there, and you could have hooked up a romance with him too. But I think if you were to romance with him though, I think it kind of like affects like what you kind of do and stuff, and it kind of goes against with my moral code. But I don't know. Maybe you can still romance him and then not do the choice stuff. Again, I'm trying to avoid spoilers really badly. Hopefully, I haven't given any away. I'm so sorry if I have. So I guess let's get that out of the way because I know, like I said, life is strange. Like honestly, I don't even think you have to romance anybody, even if you don't really want to. But if you want to, it's there. So that's kind of like a nice little touch right there. Detroit Become Human is kind of the same way. That's like another game I wanted to talk about. Because that's more or less that game's like more of you try to survive, I guess, in my opinion. And you do try and build up relationships with people. And, well, I know for sure I shipped Kara and I really should have. God, what's his name? I can't remember anyone's names right now. I'm gonna feel so bad. I wanna go look up. Is it Lucas? Is that his name? Or do I got that mixed up? There's so many. But uh, basically, I shipped like her, the girl, and the other guy that's there that you meet at the mansion and stuff like that. I saw them as a little family, but the thing is there wasn't really like any romantic stuff as far as I know that they do. But like I kind of saw, oh, Luther, that's his name. I finally remember. It does start with an L. But okay, I shipped Luther and Kara, but there was like really no romance and stuff. So that's sad. But when you play Marcus, I don't know if Marcus can romance really anyone else, but like you can romance. I feel like this has not become the cinnamon talking romance thing, and like remember remember characters' names. The thing is I know I didn't really like. She was very bloodthirsty. Hopefully me. Oh, North. That's her name. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Either that, I got her name completely wrong, but I had Marcus and North kind of like romance and have a little bit. Um, which honestly, I think since um, which it was cute and I liked that. I don't think you have to romance her if you don't want to. But I don't know if he can really hook up with anybody else. I just know that's kind of there, but I don't think you have to. So it's kind of like on that with that. It's a little bit on the weak side, but I thought they were cute. And then I would like to ship Connor with someone, but as far as I know, like I said, I don't think Detroit Become. I guess I should have done that one a little bit before Life is Strange. Life is Strange honestly had a little bit more than Detroit Become Human. I guess next would be also on the list would be like Skyrim, which you like create your own character, which I guess also goes in saying is playing Fallout. The thing is that I never really have played Fallout. Or actually, I have played some Fallout. I played Fallout New Vegas, but honestly, I didn't really like it too much. It's alright. It's not really. I might have to give it another shot, but like the one time I played that, I thought it was alright. I know I played a little bit of Fallout 3, and I thought that was kind of entertaining. and stuff. So at least I think you should be able to romance a Fallout. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's both made by Bethesda, and Fallout I think is just the Skyrim version with guns and it's like nuclear war, right? Of course, I mean, I guess instead of saying Skyrim, I guess I should have said Elder Scrolls because that's the actual series. But I mainly played Skyrim. I haven't really played Morrowind or Oblivion, unfortunately. But I know you can romance people in that game. Of course, it's not really too intense. Like, it's not like Dragon Age, or it's not like Mass Effect where you have like a choice bubble and you have to more or less the. I think it's pretty easy to marry. I haven't really married anyone in Skyrim though, so like I don't know if I'm describing it well, but like I've thought about it. But I wanted to finish all the main missions before I decided to settle down and have kids. But um I think all you have to do is do like maybe like whatever mission they need done, and then I was when I read the little walkthrough to see like how you marry someone, whenever they start saying like, "Oh, it's such a fine day with you around," then that means you can marry them. So whenever someone says that, you can just go for it. So there's not really too much. Like I can't really like I played Skyrim, but like a lot of the NPCs to me kind of mix and collide. I don't know if that sounds bad, but like I honestly I play Skyrim for the world. It's so beautiful, and I like to kill dragons and stuff. And there's so many people, and like I never found that one person I wanted to settle down with. I was still like looking intensely in that game to see who I would want to settle down with in that, because like the second I settled down with that person, I was gonna settle down with them forever. I wasn't gonna be like one of my friends where they're like, all right, I'm bored of you, kill you. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. That's mean. So, yeah, I'm that type of player. I'm kind of getting a little bit more into the meat and potatoes now. More of these have a little bit more of like choices, more people to pick from, and the romances are a little bit like more interesting. So, like, I guess next I'll go ahead and do Persona 5. And that's honestly the only Persona I've played. I haven't played Persona 4. I've always wanted to like play, like, I wanted to play Persona when I found out about Persona 4 because it looks really fun and interesting. I just remember Persona 5. I think I think most people that I know, I think they go and romance either Anne or Makoto. And I think when I was looking at stuff up, I think they said Makoto is the like in the manga or the anime. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. I think she's technically like the canon one. Honestly, I kind of ship Anne and Ryuji in my opinion, but maybe it's because I'm just a gamer girl. I really like Futaba. So um I hook up Joker with Futaba whenever I play the game and stuff like that. So like I think they're cute, or I think she's cute, and um she's like, and she's super smart and gamer and stuff and all that jazz. But like I think one thing that makes Persona 5 pretty fun with like the romance and stuff like that is well, you add the person on the team, and then you kind of have to like go talk and hang out with them and build up your friendship with the character and all that jazz. Compared to like some of these like Skyrim, all you have to do is just do like one mission and they're already like, ah man, you're nice to be around. I'd like to see you more often. But this you actually have to like work a little bit harder at it. And if you want to, which is also like a common visual novel thing to kind of do. Like I think especially for guys, visual novels. I don't really know about like the girl ones. I don't really see that often in otome games. Um, is you can try and do a harem ending, but like they'll get pissed off at you because you're technically like cheating on all of them and stuff like that. So if you wanted to like really put in the effort, you can do that. But I think that's what makes Persona 5 fun, and then you can like kind of go on dates and stuff like that, and that's entertaining, and I really enjoy that. I know the dialogues don't really branch and go off that different, but um that's at least there. So I think that's kind of neat and cool. I guess next let's go ahead and do Final Fantasy 7, which is interesting because it's like, oh, why aren't you doing Final? Well, for one, I haven't played Final Fantasy 6 or 8. or 9. I've played 10 though. I've played 10 and 13, and I've played Crystal, but those aren't really. 10's romance heavy though, but like it's kind of more. Which I don't know. 7 might have been the same way, maybe, but in a way, I don't think it was. As in choice wise, so well, I've been going through like I've already beaten the game, and I streamed it and stuff like that, and I'm trying to like upload all my YouTube videos. I got so much to go through. Oh my goodness. But I've been like, so I don't know if it's because I'm uploading Final Fantasy VII videos, but I've been getting like a lot of Final Fantasy VII videos pop up on my YouTube feed. And I didn't realize that you can have a low, like, I got the good Tifa ship thing. And honestly, I like to think that Tifa and Cloud, well, as she says, there's more ways to say your feelings than through words, so you know what I mean. You know what I think they might have, and she gets a little bit more embarrassed, but apparently you can have like a low relationship with her and they kind of just talk to each other, and Cloud kind of seems a little bit more disinterested or whatever. And I don't have to rewatch the clip again, but like I think in mine he was all like, yeah, that's fine, it's not like we're probably gonna have this moment again or something like that. Or he might say the same line, but it kind of sounded like when she was like, oh, just a few more minutes, and then I think he's just like dot dot dot. So like I don't know if it's like he's more into Aerith, because like I know there's like a little dating. You can either go on a date with Aerith, Tifa, Yuffie, and Barrett. So I think it's interesting. In which the remake also kind of, which I also didn't really know that either. Like I thought so. I guess I mainly hanged out with Tifa the most, because I did all her side quests, and then so I think it's like you have to do all her side quests, and then like I think what really makes it is that if you who you talk to, if you talk to Aerith or you talk to Tifa. I don't know how you get Barrett to talk to you, but like before you go to the Mako reactor or whatever like that, you can have 3 special cuts. Of course, I don't know if that. Well, no, actually, I've seen all the cutscenes, so it kind of does sound like it might be hinting at romance, which honestly I think would be really dope if they do add like a big major romance feature and stuff like that. So like people, because I mean you're playing as Cloud, so I mean why not pick which girl you want best girl to be. So Tifa, there's a cutscene with Tifa and like you hug her tight. But like if you were more around with Aerith and you focused on Aerith stuff, then Aerith says, don't fall in love with me. So that could, that's, I feel like that hinted pretty strong at romance right there. And then, well, I know you talked to Barrett. Honestly, like, I guess if you could romance Barrett, that'd be cool too. Like, as a bromance or whatever. That'd be kind of interesting if that was also. But, like, I think if they made it more open, like, especially with the remake, I feel like that'd be neat. And honestly, which I want to kind of make a cinnamon talking about the Final Fantasy VII game, because I feel like it's going in a different path, and I'd like to kind of take a guess at what maybe the remake part 2 might be going, since I've played both now. I originally played the remake first, and then I played the original, so there's that. But I kind of liked that. Honestly, I didn't even know that my little subtle stuff that I did and little choices and quotes that I made and talked made like certain things go in a romancy like way. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I kind of like that. I don't know if it was really too strong with the romance with that one, but I was just more or less I thought that was kind of like a little neat feature that I personally really liked. So 3 houses. Of course, there's other Fire Emblem games that do the romance thing too, which I guess honestly my first Fire Emblem game was Radiant Dawn, and honestly, so with those games, more or less you just had to have like a really good relationship, and or you had them partnered up and then they would be bonded, and once their relationship I think hits like S tier, then you would see their like little relation, like if they're really good friends, then I'll say they're really good friends, or if they're like the type of person, if their relationship gets really good, then they'll get married and stuff like that, which I think is neat too. I like that a lot back in the old days, which that was pretty cool. The three houses though, so well, I guess their houses are the same way. You more or less try and like build up their relationship, and you do tea parties or you eat food with them, and you just like do all kinds of things, which honestly I liked the tea party feature a lot because I don't know, I still occasionally play it sometimes because it's kind of nice to play and it's cute, and most of the time they just talk to you about topics, and honestly I feel like that's how like a relationship would, work in a way. You go on dates and drink tea, and then you have your like special events that build up your relationship, and you find out more about the person. And once you get them to S tier, you can like honestly, like I think towards like the end of the game, whenever I could choose whoever I wanted to marry, I think there was quite a few people I could have married because I think I had a lot of people with my Byleth or my Bayleth. I don't know if I said her name right. I don't even think I named her Bayleth. I probably named her Cinnamon. But besides that, there was quite a few I could have chose from. But well, I picked Dimitri. I liked him a lot. Um, Honestly, I liked his growth as a character, but I don't know. Maybe that should be a topic in itself because I'll be like gushing about him all day. Almost as much as like I gush about like Link or any of my like other husbando crushes, but I liked that a lot, and I liked the whole like proposal and marriage thing, and it's so cute and adorable, and I just like that. Well, actually, I think in this game, I think you had to be at A tier. I don't think you hit S tier unless you marry them. So that's what it is. It's been a while since I've played it. I'm wanting to replay it again. I don't have the DLC, but I'm planning on getting the DLC, and that'd be so cool once I get the DLC because more stuff. I just have a hard time replaying the game because I know I need to do the other houses, and I'm not looking forward to doing Black Eagles because Black Eagle seems like I want to do that house and get that one out of the way because I'm pretty sure I'll like Golden Deer. It's just, I can't be with Dimitri because Dimitri's the house leader. So, but I guess I'll attempt to romance. Like, honestly, well, I guess off side topic, if romancing in Blackie, I'm probably going to take Sylvain. I like Sylvain too. Sylvain's cute. He's the flirt, but like, he seems to like really take you seriously. Like, if like with you, so because you're special. And then if I'm gonna be doing Golden Deer, honestly, I'm probably gonna romance Claude, because why not? But anywho, um, honestly, I really like his personality. But again, besides that, now let's see. I guess these kind of like maybe go into the same category a little bit. So I have Harvest Moon, Rune Factory, and Stardew Valley, which a lot of these, I mean, they're farming games. So farming games, honestly, that's like kind of your like ultimate goal is to, well, maybe it's not really your ultimate goal most of the time. So like with Harvest Moon, normally you have to save the land and help the harvest goddess because the harvest goddess either got really upset or the land's not as fertile as it used to be, and she like went to sleep or something. It's always something. Then you gotta save her, and then most of the time you save her, and then you can decide to get married and have kids, and you have a house and farm. And I know in Stardew Valley they have the community, which I haven't been. I guess that part got the community center, but it goes through the same thing too. And honestly, Stardew Valley's kind of like more. It probably fits more my age because it's very adulty, and they'll like mention drinking and um all kinds of stuff. Like in Harvest Moon, they could tease that someone has that kind of issue, but it's not as like heavy as in Stardew Valley. Like Stardew Valley hits more of the like at the beginning of the game. I think my character was working at a call center, and I can hecka relate. I was working at a call center, and she just wanted to get away. So that fits. Rune Factory follows the same formula, except there's really no real animals in the game. It's like monsters and your monsters. Then there's different types of monsters. Like I think there's like a cow monster so you can get milk, and then there's the cute wooloos. Wait, are they called wooloos? Woolies? I think they might be called woolies, but um, they're basically sheep monsters, and they're so adorable. I love them so much. But and I guess out of all of them, well, I like Stardew Valley a lot, and I like Harvest Moon a lot. But I think my favorite's Rune Factory because Rune Factory kind of has the anime art style too. Um, let's see, I think but they honestly like so most of the time with these games, you have to give your characters gifts, and then they get hearts, and then you talk to them, and then it builds up their relationship, and then um, I think Rune Factory, you actually had to build a ring or make a ring. Or the one I played, you had to do a ring, I think. It was Rune Factory 3. That's the main one I've played. I have some of the other Rune Factory games, but I haven't really beaten it in a way. I definitely played a lot of Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon, the newer ones have started doing the where you get a ring and then you start courting and dating, which I like that feature that they added because before it was you normally get 8 hearts and then you give them a blue feather. But like normally on festivals and stuff like that, you kind of go on dates and stuff like that. If it's like a special day, then they'll like maybe give you like a chocolate cake or something like that. And Stardew Valley does the same. Um, Honestly though, like I know Stardew Valley doesn't really have like a harvest goddess or anything like that, but I think their thing is kind of like the community center. And it seems like there's like an evil corporation, like it looks like I forgot what it's called, like Java Mart or something like that. And they're like I think wanting to tear it down. So I feel like you're maybe trying to save that, if anything. Um, kind of currently still playing, and honestly, that's probably what I'm gonna end up playing today. Is I'm gonna play Stardew Valley because why not? It'd be fun, and I haven't played Stardew Valley in a while. I guess the character I'm probably gonna romance is Sebastian because I think he's kind of cute, and I mean he's a coder. It goes back to the game thing. I like it when characters play video games. I have something to relate to them with. Rune Factory. I mainly have played the third game, so in Rune Factory, there's a girl named Raven. She's super cute. I liked her. She was adorable. And then Harvest Moon, I've played so many. like, let's see, A Wonderful Life, or Another Wonderful Life in my case. My husband was Rock. A Wonderful Life, and I'm kind of still currently playing that one. I need to beat it. I'm romancing Nami, and then Magical Melody. I've basically romanced everybody in that town. I don't know how many times I've restarted that game. I've restarted, like, Harvest Moon Magical Melody was my first Harvest Moon game. But I guess if I was to replay it again, I don't know. I actually really don't know. The thing is like I said, it goes back to, like, all you have to do is just give them flowers or whatever they like, and then, but I know they all have personality, but, like, I don't know. I'm kind of getting a little embarrassed now talking about that. Because, oh man. But moving on, let's see. I've played, God, I know I played a lot of the Nintendo DS ones, but I don't really remember them very well. I know. I think a Harvest Moon of Teletoon. I think that's the name of the game. Harvest Moon of Teletoon Towns. I romanced a guy named Cam, and he was cute. He wore a little purple hat, and he really liked cats, and he was adorable. And so, if you don't know about the Harvest Moon situation, so the current Harvest Moon isn't really Harvest Moon. It's done by, I think it's done by Natsumi. And the one that's the real Harvest Moon is Story of Seasons. And I think Cam appears again in Story of Seasons. I haven't actually been able to buy any of the Story of Season games and played them yet. Been wanting to. I've been wanting to play Friends of Mineral Town because I never got to play the original Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town, so I've been wanting to play the Story of Seasons one since it's out on the Switch and stuff. But I think he's in the Story of Seasons game. And then Grand Bazaar. I think I romanced a character named Van. I think I know what he looks like. I just can't remember his name because again, it's been so long since I've played it. And then let's see, and then Harvest Moon, A New Beginning. I romanced a character named Neil, and basically, I feel like I'm having a trending going. Is like I like characters don't talk a lot or don't like humans because he likes animals more. Which I don't know. Were they trying to go for? It's been so long since I played the game. I can't remember if they were trying to go for like a slightly darker topic. Like I feel like he had some kind of issues with his dad, but I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've played that game too. But that's like when they introduced, or at least I think that's when they started introducing the um. Oh wow, it is raining hard outside. But introducing that ring concept, and then on the Wii, I played Trade Tranquility and Slash Animal Parade, and why I'm adding those together is because it's literally the same characters. My husbando in that game was Chase, and he was a really good cook, and he's normally an asshole in the beginning and doesn't really like people, but he's like super nice and friendly to you later. So yeah, so I got kind of all of that out of the way. Um, but alright, so my last one on here is Mass Effect. And um I feel like that one's like honestly the best romancy game I think I really like Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's fun and I like the romance in that too, but like I like the romance a lot in Mass Effect because like well for one it like builds off from a story and you can there's a lot of people to pick from. Of course, like I know like so I guess let me go ahead and get the people that like so. In Mass Effect 1, I did date Caden first. Because, I mean, the only people you can, like, romance is Caden and Liara and then Ashley. But, you can't romance Ashley as female shepherd. Um, but I decided to romance Caden. And then after I romanced Caden, well, if you play Mass Effect 2, you and him kind of, which this is where I come into my defense. um, you and him kind of like, I don't know, is it spoilery? It's kind of like the first part of the second game. I don't know, maybe I won't mention it, but you and him kind of get into a fight, and he doesn't trust you anymore. But he's not really like on your team or crew like throughout the whole entire second game. Like honestly, the people that you could originally romance and maybe they were doing that kind of as a test to see like if you would still like maybe see about romancing one of the other characters that they introduced in the second game, or if you're gonna like try and be with like if you decided to be with Ashley or Caden or Liara or whatever, and then if you did, then it would just carry on over to like the third game. So you get into like a fight, and he seems to have trust issues with you, and he like apologizes, and he said he was trying to get over you and all that jazz and all that stuff. So I was like, f him and all that jazz. So in the game it's really about relationships, and that's one thing I really love. So like honestly, every single character, I'm pretty sure like I fell in love with them in like some kind of way. Like Grunt, oh my god, Krogans are the best. I love Krogans. They're so friggin' funny. And then Tally is a sweetheart. Like, oh, bestie right there. I love her so much. She's adorable. And then so the character I ended up romancing in the second game is Garrus, which I feel like is a really popular female shepherd option, but like I love it, and I love the chemistry. It's so fucking adorable, and like every time I think about it, I just like I smile and stuff like that. I think the other person like I would have romanced is Thane, because I liked Thane a lot too. Like Thane was pretty cute, and I liked his personality a lot and all that stuff, and so like honestly, like even though like me and Caden date, I think how the order would go. I might have to think about it for a second. Definitely Garrus is at number one. So, um, Garrus, and then Thane, and then Caden. I kind of want to do a Mass Effect tier list for like romance options and stuff like that. Do that whole S tier, F tier, and all that jazz. I'm trying to remember like who else can I romance as female shepherd? I know there's quite a few more other people I can romance, but like I know like Caden would be at the bottom, but so like compared to that, because like I know like I really liked Thane and I really liked Garrus, and Garrus was my top favorite. Too bad I didn't have like one of the DLC characters for Mass Effect 3, but I can't see anyone else me being with and all that jazz. And like so I don't know, I guess the romance parts were like just really well written to me, and I also like that, like, so, like, you build up your relationships with them, you talk to them and all that stuff, so you get to, like, know more about the characters. Um, Honestly, my favorite game is Mass Effect 3. I know a lot of people really like Mass Effect 2, but I think it's because a lot of people just don't like the last Mass Effect 3's ending, which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the Mass Effect 3 ending. I wish it was a little bit different. Luckily, though, I experienced it with I can't talk, extended edition, so I didn't get the weird vibes from like apparently when they had some content missing from it. So I still got the full thing, but at the same time, I still didn't feel like I don't know there was a lot of closure, or I maybe I just kind of wanted a sappy happy ending. Maybe that's why I'm not happy with it. But the third game's my favorite because like I feel like they flesh out the characters more. Well, certain characters, I guess. I do feel bad for people like say like if you romance Miranda. I don't know how much you and Shepard hang out and stuff like that, because it kind of like basically kind of bring back the other characters that you were really close with in the first game and the third game. And then like you went from a squad of like 12 people to like 6 people. But I don't know, like I feel like the stakes were really high in that game. And then I don't know, I liked that they did like little slight dates here and there. I thought that was really adorable. I guess that's like the one thing I like about it. And then the Citadel DLC seems really really cool. Like you have like this whole romance thing with your like character, and like I love that. That's adorable. I think that's so cool that they have that, and just I don't know, I just like that they build up the relationships and stuff like that. And then like since Garrus is basically with me the whole entire game, so I kind of got like my whole entire full deal with the romance, because like whenever Shepard is stressed out and having bad dreams, Garrus is like right there with her, and I'm just like, ah. And there's like so many lines in there that I still quote whenever I like heck, my text messages on my phone have been like Garrus. Like I've had the whole like, forgive the insubordination, but your boyfriend has, and that's like the part where like he doesn't want you to die, and I'm just like, oh, I love you. You're so sweet. I'm thinking about changing my next text notification to like, can you give me a second? I gotta do some calibrations real quick or something like that. Cause I don't know why, but like Mass Effect has the perfect notifications. So I even had the like commander, you have a private message at your private terminal. So yeah, I guess just me gushing at Mass Effect real quick, but I don't know. I just really like how they build it up. Which I know BioWare, they do these type of games, and they really do the dialogue. And I bet Dragon Age, I heard Dragon Age is really good with the romance. It's just I haven't, like, I've played a little bit of Dragon, and it's not that I don't like Dragon Age. It's just like I played a little bit of Dragon Age Origins, but it wasn't my copy, so I had to buy it and see about playing it again. But like I know they do that, and I'm pretty sure there's romances in that. And then I think I heard Jade Empire is the same way, and then I know they do like Star Wars, The Old Republic, and I believe you can romance too. So like I just know they're really good about like trying to build up relationships with characters in general and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure like if I've played more Dragon, which honestly I keep playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and I played the beginning part, and then I end up starting over because I forget, and then like So yeah, probably should go back and play that again. But yeah, I just more or less I think this part of me over this is just I was just gushing over Garrus, but um I just I really did, and I enjoy how they flesh every. And honestly, like even like the breaking up stuff too, I kind of like that they added that as well because like obviously Caden wouldn't have been okay. Of course, I got upset that he said I was cheating because I wasn't, or I don't know. Apparently, like I normally never renegade though, like because I know like what happened. Like I know what the cutscene is like. Oh, is it true about you and Garrus? And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. And I was like, I saw one where it's like, oh, I tried to reach out and make contact, but you just said no. So, and that's how I felt. I was like, I thought basically we were over because technically I don't want to say what technically happened, but I almost spoiled. Oh my god! But anywho, besides that, but the awkward thing about the whole situation is he was in the hospital and we had that conversation, so I kind of felt bad, but I was honest. I was like, yep, me and Garrus are a thing. I'm sorry. Of course, then he wants to have like another talk later. Like, I guess more or less he was just asking him to see if we were, and I told him yeah, and then we go to like I guess some place to grab some food, and it's like yeah, we're just friends, and he handled it like a champ. So honestly, he really did. And I like those features because it makes the people feel alive and stuff like that, like with the relationships. And then honestly, when you see Garrus again, he's like, "Are we still like because I don't think this is too spoilery, but like it's been a while since you and him see each other because of circumstances that happened from the second game. So like you and him aren't allowed to see each other as often as you did, but finally was able to see him again. So he was like, nothing's changed between us, and I'm like, yep, nothing's changed between us. So I was like, oh, this is so cute. So again, me more gushing, but I like how alive it feels. So yeah, that's basically all the stuff that I have on here. I heard The Witcher 3, which I think I might have mentioned that already. The Witcher 3 has something kind of like that. They do I think you can pick between two girls, I think, or something like that. And I'm pretty sure there's more games. I know there's tons of visual novel games, which I feel like I should just make my own list for that because course, I feel like I probably need to play more visual novels. I don't really know if I've really played that many. I know actually I have played quite a few visual novels. I have some on my YouTube channel. I forget I've played those games. Like, I guess I don't, that sounds so bad, but I guess I don't count. I'm thinking of the ones that I played in my private time before I started YouTube and stuff like that. And I kind of started visual novels a little bit later, but honestly, they're pretty fun. It's like reading a book, but you make your own choices. But that's all I can really think of. Um, there might be some other think of unless they have like any like in any of the other games that I've played. I know I've played a lot of games, and I know I've played games that have romance in them. Like I said, Final Fantasy X definitely has like a lot of romance, and then or I feel like it's a very romantic story. I personally really like it. But I was more or less trying to focus on games that give you the option and choices who you want to be with. Of course, and some that are kind of like a little subtle about it, like you can be with them or you don't really have to be with them. So, I don't think any of my Zelda games are like that. I know in Skyward Sword there's kind of a girl that has like a crush on you, and you can hook up with her if you want to, or you don't have to. I mean, I don't really know if you hook up with her, actually. It's like, I think, I don't know. Besides that, I can't really think of anything else right now at the moment. I know, like I said, I know I've played a lot of video games, and I feel like there's a video game I'm missing that I was able to choose my own romance stuff, but I can't think of it right now. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a part 2, or if I can think of other games. And who knows, there might be more games that I might play by then that might have like really good like romance options. But like I know this is Valentine's Day, so I kind of like, oh, let's talk about romance, talk about love and stuff like that, because why not? Love and romance and all that jazz. Um, so yeah, and I guess I might do like another video kind of like this, where I might just talk about games that had some really good like romancy vibes, or like, you know, like 10, and then I was talking about Skyward Sword. Um, Skyward Sword, I feel like had a really strong like Zelda and Z Link. Felt like it was pretty strong coming from that. I don't really. A lot of the stuff with video games sometimes is kind of like it feels like they could maybe like with a little bit of subtext, but it's not really like, you know, it's not there for sure. I know with 10 it was definitely there, between the two characters, but yep. So I guess that's it for now. That's all I can really think of. So thanks for sticking with me. This video is really long. I know I'm probably edited some parts out because I know I zoned out for a few seconds here and there and all that jazz. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Maybe some games I've mentioned, you haven't tried them out and you should give them a try. It sounded like something that you would kind of, I don't really know if I talked about the games a lot. I kind of just talked about the romancy parts. That, or I was gushing over ships. But besides that, let me think what else. Yeah, just like the thumbs up. Smack the sub button. And then I'm gonna put follow me on my Twitch. You can see me live, maybe playing one of those games I mentioned. I'm just kidding. I do want to stream Mass Effect. I want to stream the Legendary Edition when it comes out. And you think I'm gushing about Garrus now? Wait till I play the Legendary Edition. Oh man, they even got me the helmet and everything. Probably gonna. This is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite helmet on the set. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop. But yeah, definitely check me out on Twitch. I'm gonna put a link in there. And all that jazz. So just thank you all for stopping by. I'll see you later, and I hope you guys all have a lovely Valentine's Day. Enjoy all the chocolate. Enjoy all the love. Just know you're appreciated, and thank you for stopping by and watching my video. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.